Hello guys, Dhananjay here, and as you can see I have the OnePlus 2 with me, and I have installed Hydrogen OS on the OnePlus 2, and I have been using the Hydrogen OS for last 3 to 4 days now. And the basic reason why I installed Hydrogen OS was that I was not that satisfied with the Oxygen OS's performance. But not only me, many of other users who used OnePlus 1 earlier were not that satisfied with the performance on Oxygen OS with the OnePlus 2. So that is why I had to try different ROM. I tried CyanogenMod 12.1, which I reviewed also. I'll give the link of that in the description box below. But I wanted some stock options, so I tried Hydrogen OS. So Hydrogen OS is basically the stock ROM of the China variant of OnePlus 2, whereas Oxygen OS is the stock ROM for the global variant of OnePlus 2. And Hydrogen OS can be flashed through a zip file, and Google Apps is not an issue because you can simply install the G apps through the TWRP recovery. But updating the Hydrogen OS is a little problematic. I'll talk about that at the end of this video. So in this video I'll cover most of the points that you should know about Hydrogen OS. So let's see if Hydrogen OS is better than Oxygen OS in all the aspects, or it's just few aspects where Hydrogen OS shines. So let's get into the review directly. So let's start with some of the features for which OnePlus 2 is known. And first thing is fingerprint sensor, and in Hydrogen OS fingerprint sensor works very fine. So as you can see, I just unlock the phone by using my fingerprint and the phone gets unlocked. Then we have notification slider also, and if you just change the notification slider, then you get this nice little animation which is not present in Oxygen OS, and it looks far better on Hydrogen OS, and I wish Oxygen OS has something similar to this. And there are few other gestures also, like if you want to take a screenshot, then just use your 3 fingers and just swipe down and it will take a screenshot. You can just double tap on the home screen and notification drawer will be shown. And if you just try to swipe down now, there won't be anything, there won't be quick settings toggle, because in case of Hydrogen OS, all the quick setting panel and all the things like that are present at the bottom, just like iOS. So for that, simply swipe up and you will get your quick settings toggle. So you can turn on torch from here or you can turn it off. These are fixed applications, you cannot change them, and the quick settings toggles are also present over here. You can change the brightness too from here, and that's a good thing. And there is no app drawer in Hydrogen OS, just like iOS and MIUI system, other systems. But the good thing is that you can install Google Now Launcher, just like go into settings, clear defaults, press home button, select Google Now Launcher, press home button once again, select Google Now Launcher and select always. Now you will have Google Now Launcher as your default launcher. So if you do not like the Hydrogen OS launcher, then you can simply use that launcher. But there are few features in Hydrogen Launcher which won't be there on Google Now Launcher. So in Hydrogen Launcher, if you just swipe down like this, you can search for all the applications that you have installed in your phone. So it's like if you want to search for music player, then use your T9 dictionary and write music. So for MUS I wrote 6874. You can do like that, and all the latest application that you have searched for will be present over here. So if you have some application at the end of the screen, like analytics app is present at the end, so you can just swipe down, search for analytics, and it will give you the application. And as you open the analytics application at the last, so if you just go into there once again, analytics app will be present over here at the first. So that's a good thing. And getting used to the Hydrogen launcher is not an easy task. It took me almost 2 days to get used to this. And yes, there are different bunch of wallpapers that you can change. So for that, long press over here, you can select different time settings and you can change different wallpapers. So it's not wallpaper actually, it's the wallpaper is only fit to this much area. And in Hydrogen OS, you will not have an option to enable the on-screen navigation buttons. So if you are playing any game for that matter, so let's assume Play Store is an game, and if you are playing this game and if you are playing it like this, then it's quite possible that you will touch the home button and it will come to the home screen. And you can fix that issue. For that, just swipe up to get the quick settings toggle, select this option which says lock buttons, and buttons won't work unless and until you turn it off once again, then you will be able to get out of the application. So now if we go into notification panel, you will see almost normal notification that you get in Lollipop, but you need to swipe to left in order to remove the notification, because if you swipe to right, then it will take you to the application. So as you can see, I swiped to right and it took me to the application. So this is how it works on Hydrogen OS. It took me 2 days to get used to this feature because normally we swipe anywhere, like we don't care much about that, but this feature surely became useful for me once I got used to it. And after that, let's jump into settings and let me show you about phone settings. So as you can see, it is Hydrogen OS version 1.1.0 and it is based on 5.1.1, so that's a good thing. And I am on the latest build of this, so yeah, that's a good thing. And if we go into advanced settings, so these are normal button customization. You can change the button position, wacom gesture, double click to light screen. It is same as double tap to unlock the phone. So if we just double tap, then it will unlock the phone. And if we go into battery, there is one very interesting thing which is very bad actually, that the Lollipop's battery saver mode is not present over here. So actually one day I was running out of juice. I had only 40% of battery and it was almost 1 PM, so I had to save a lot of battery. But as there is no battery saving mode, I had to turn off the brightness, turn off fingerprint sensor, turn off all those things. So yes, not having a battery saver mode really hurts, and that's a bad thing. I wish next version of Hydrogen OS will have the battery saver mode. And if you look at the settings menu, it's just very small. There are not many settings that you can change from here. And I had a very big issue of notifications. Like I did not get notifications for WhatsApp. Yeah, I don't know what happens to that. And you don't even get the notification icon over here. And if you try to search for notification to customize the notification setting, there is no option for that. So yeah, specifically I had issue with notifications, like the phone did not vibrate when there were notifications for the third party applications. But if you want notification at your lock screen, then tap this over here. It will take you to app notification. So let's suppose I have WhatsApp at my priority, then select this and it will show up notification on lock screen also. Otherwise it will not show any of notifications on lock screen. So for that you have to select this option. And now let's talk about the camera on the phone. The camera interface is very good. No issues with the camera interface also. And on Hydrogen OS, I felt that the camera was a little better as compared to Oxygen OS. So let's compare Hydrogen OS with Oxygen OS. Yeah, this is the most important point in this video. So battery life on Hydrogen OS is better than Oxygen OS as of now. Yes, the battery life on the Oxygen OS will be good, but it needs few updates. And yeah, as of now there are no updates for Oxygen OS with battery fix. Whereas on Hydrogen OS the battery life is very good. And the names of the ROMs are very funny, Oxygen and Hydrogen. That is making me confused between both. And when we talk about the performance, I will surely say that Hydrogen OS has far better performance as compared to Oxygen OS. The home button is far more responsive as compared to Oxygen OS, and overall performance is also very good. Apps open and close very fast. So now let's go to the multitasking tray, and yeah, multitasking is very smooth. As I said, performance is very good, so there is no issue with the multitasking tray also. And one important thing with the multitasking tray is that if you want to lock any of the applications, then just swipe them to the right and the application will be locked. So as you can see, the lock sign over here. And if you want to lock settings application also, you can lock that application also. And to remove all the applications, simply press this button, and those applications which were locked earlier will remain in the multitasking tray. And if I had to choose between Oxygen OS and Hydrogen OS, for performance I'll surely go with Hydrogen OS. The only problem with Hydrogen OS is that you will have to spend 2 days with the Hydrogen OS in order to get used to the OS, because quick setting toggle being at the bottom is not usual thing for AOSP users or CyanogenMod users. But I can surely say that after using it for 4 days, I got used to it, and for the 90% of the time it works, so that's a good thing. And that's what I expect from a OS, that it should be very responsive and it should perform very good with very good battery life. And that is what Hydrogen OS has to offer as compared to Oxygen OS. So now let's get to the part where we will install Hydrogen OS. So installation of Hydrogen OS is pretty normal. Simply install the zip file through TWRP recovery and flash the GApps packages. I'll give the link of both in the description box below, so do not worry about that. So yeah, this is pretty much it for this video guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video, and I have already reviewed the CyanogenMod 12.1 for the OnePlus 2. I'll give the link of that in the description box below. And you need to have unlocked bootloader TWRP recovery to install this ROM. So if you haven't done that, then surely go ahead and do that, because your warranty is not void even if you do that. So yeah, So thank you guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video, and let's see if we can reach 250 likes on this video. Yeah, so don't forget to hit that like button over there, and if you have OnePlus 2, then do hit that subscribe button because many more videos on the OnePlus 2 will be coming soon. So yeah, thank you guys, thank you for watching.